It's Deep Ellum on air, serving the DFW Metroplex. Only the best in underground and local music.
Cause me and music are one, you know, music is like my best friend.
Deep Ellum on air.
Mind control. Mind control. Believe it or not, we taking over your mind.
Here we are, back for episode 19 of the hit show Mind Control.
Is it 19 or 18?
19.
Is it 19 or 20?
It's 19.
We seemed to have it mixed up last week. Can we get it together?
This is 19.
I apologize, everybody. We said it was 19 last week. It was 18. Today's 19.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hide myself behind the microphone because I don't have my sunglasses anymore.
How embarrassing.
I left my sunglasses in a car 2 weeks ago.
The people can see your
Never to be seen again.
satanic eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now everybody sees my interracial Hispanic eyes.
Yeah.
Speaking of interracial Hispanics, right?
Uh-huh.
Big news, Ryan Gosling.
Oh, yeah.
Eva Mendes had a baby?
That's big interracial baby news, yeah.
It's the second most good-looking interracial baby next to me.
Oh, since you...
Officially.
Yeah.
That's right. But when I say interracial, I mean Mexican and white.
Okay.
Specifically.
Yeah.
There are better-looking other races
Yeah.
intermixed.
Yeah.
That's true.
White and Asian.
Okay, that's racist.
I'm sorry.
Adrian Peterson
Yeah.
sparked up a lot of controversy this week with his child abuse scandal. Did you see the pictures?
Oh, yeah, that kid was tore up, huh?
Oh my God! Yeah, the NRA released a statement. They said that this incident never would have happened if that kid had had a gun,
That's true.
and it's true.
Yeah.
You know, what's one more for the NRA if you ask me?
Yeah.
They got a point there.
They have to pry that gun from his cold, dead hands. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 4 years old. He should know how to shoot his dad by now.
Yeah.
That's right. That's what I stand by on this show. Oh, thank you. That's right.
Shoot him in the leg and end that terrible career.
Speaking of jokes, the Scottish independence vote is tomorrow?
Yeah.
It snuck up on us, right?
Oh, yeah.
What are you voting? Yes or no? Those seem to be the only options. Is there a maybe on the ballot?
I'd want to stay in the UK, wouldn't you? David Cameron's such a great leader.
Yeah. Let's stay for David Cameron. Let's
Yeah.
vote no.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. We're definitely voting. Is it yes independence or no, I don't want to be part of England anymore?
You know, voting's real confusing.
I hope they don't get. I hope it's pretty clear over there because it's not very clear here.
Yeah. I heard it's pretty split down the middle, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Speaking of being split down the middle, I think Eddie and I are here. I'm wearing underwear with my kilt.
Oh,
Eddie's wearing no underwear under his kilt
Yeah.
in solidarity with the Scottish people.
Yes,
That's
yes.
right.
With William Wallace.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of his.
Those of us that wear underwear, we want to be.
What's that? What do
We
you
want to
be?
stay part of the United Kingdom.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Wow. You know, it's hot in here. It's hotter than here than it's been in a long time. I mean, the last couple of weeks we've had the AC going. It's been pretty good.
Yeah. But today, not so much.
Today it's hot as hell. I think it calls for a fangirl.
Oh, yeah?
It is the return of the fangirl is what I'm getting at here.
Wow. This
Can
is
you believe this?
This is a very special episode.
We have another one. The Illuminati.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, we promoted our special guest this week. The Illuminati forwarded us a message by paper. They mailed it. Left it in a mailbox. They don't actually send postage. Demanding that we have a fangirl here.
Yeah.
Demanding for our special guest, Michael Gruber.
Yeah.
She's here.
The fangirl is here, live in studio.
Wow.
Supplied by the Illuminati.
Now, no matter how hot
The
Eddie and I get,
Rockefellers. Yeah.
we are under strict orders that she is here for Grubes.
Yeah.
And Grubes alone. Wow. Look at her, Eddie. Eddie, look at her.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, how can you not look at her, right?
Eddie, keep looking at her.
That'd be a little bit awkward. I can't keep on
Oh.
looking. Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Can you see her well? Is she positioned well?
Yes.
You're in a great spot.
Who's that over there,
Wow.
Jeff?
Even her shadow is hot. Look at that silhouette.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God.
Like an hourglass.
Speaking of hourglass figures,
Yeah.
joining us at the table is Grubes.
Wow.
Should we call you Michael? Do we not know you?
Nobody knows me as Michael.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Hey, guys.
Now you're on. Nobody knows you as Michael. Nobody? What do your parents call you?
Parents, they call me Michael. That's
Really?
about it.
Mikey.
Did you get Mike? Were you anything else besides Michael?
My dad goes by Mike, so
are
know,
you a junior?
yeah.
Wow, so your jersey would have like the number 2 on the back, or
Yeah,
3?
like
What are you?
2.
Wow,
so-
that's erotic.
It's very erotic.
What is this jersey you have on?
It's Boris Zuzek. If you're a ticket listener, the prank on Jake Kemp about 3 years ago was with a fake player named Boris Zuzek. They were
Maybe why I
supposed
have
to
no
draft
idea
him.
who that is.
Yeah.
No, that one got by me. We
Yeah.
are big P ones. We're big fans.
Yep.
It's incredible that you're here. We really, really appreciate it. What do you think about our world that we have over here?
It's pretty cool. It's a probably better setup than the ticket has right now.
Really?
I'll being honest.
Wow.
That's not
the
surprising.
first shot has already been fired.
Nah.
Does this look... Now, maybe the outside of Victory Plaza looks a little better than this, but this inside this state-of-the-art studio...
Inside, it's definitely nice at the new ticket studios. It's just not totally functional like you would hope it would be.
I would
But it's
hope.
getting there.
Okay.
Have they migrated all the drops over yet?
Nope.
No, still haven't. Huh?
Still missing about half.
Yeah. Does that make you mad, Grubes?
Whose fault was that?
The former head engineer, whose name I don't want to mention.
If you were still working over there, those drops would have already been handled up on, right?
Probably not.
No.
Like, pretty much they lost somehow everything off that drive, or half the stuff off that drive, and I didn't save nearly enough stuff. I only...
You could recreate those drops, couldn't you?
Yeah, and the good thing is, like, for the guys that are currently there, it gives them a chance to, kind of get out of that comfort zone and,
Sure.
That's true.
really work on creating new drops and all that.
Did anybody
so,
float it to them to maybe just to recreate those? Like give them...
There was talk of that.
ask them to slip it in their conversation like it's natural?
I think there was talk of that, and that was given up on pretty quick. Just
Of
it would have been
course.
too artificial sounding, and
Yeah.
it would lose some of its.
I'm just glad we
gold.
still have the anus. That's really
Yes,
all
that's
that
all we
matters.
need.
So you used to, like, you are the man. You are, I don't know if Jeremy Moran is supposed to be on the pedestal in front of you.
I think he should be.
Or
He's,
if you stepped
he's
up on
my
top
leader.
of him. Okay, so he's your leader. But next to him, you are the drop man, the master. You play the sound effects. You played the sound
Mm-hmm.
effects. You basically inspired a generation of board ops, of people coming out of college that want to do what Grubes is doing.
That shouldn't.
And so that's kind of whenever you left, right? Was whenever the ticket came over to the Victory Plaza. You didn't last.
Yeah, like I'd been thinking about leaving for about a year prior to the date I actually left in April of 2012. But yeah, the move kind of sealed it. Where
You've been gone since 2012?
Yeah.
Man, it seems like so much longer.
I know.
It seems like you've been gone forever.
It's definitely been weird, but yeah, I just kind of hit that point where I realized I wasn't going to get a raise, and being a board op, no matter what I did for the station, I was always going to be paid like a board op.
So they couldn't justify like your role is bigger than just a board op. You know what I mean? Like
because then that sends a little ripple effect throughout the station, and then through
and
all the other stations that are owned.
Because you were that much better than anyone else who runs a board. You were not. You know what I mean? Like you were not. Oh, we're gonna pay this board op a lot of money. Like you should have been paid as a personality on the ticket.
It would have been nice, but it all worked out.
Okay.
I'm
good.
happy with where I am.
What are you doing now?
Working for Fox Sports Southwest. I'm actually going in at 9 tonight. We got a late Rangers game. Then working for the Dallas Stars as their music guy.
What are you doing for them?
For the Stars?
Well, for Fox Sports.
Fox Southwest. I do audio for the studio shows, like anything originating from the studio. Like
What happened to the audio guy that was there?
he's there.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I'm a freelancer for them.
Wow.
So the full-time guy brought me on with hopes eventually.
The guy with
succeeding him.
the voice like this?
Yeah,
Whatever. Yeah.
yeah. Ron Bell.
I interned. I went to the Art Institute of Dallas. I interned at Fox Sports Southwest, so I know all of them.
Okay, cool.
That's pretty cool. So I know where you work.
Yeah.
I got to run camera for them. I got to direct, switch between whatever shots. I worked
TD.
in the audio booth for about a day. It was all over my head.
Yeah, it's still kind of over my head.
It doesn't seem that difficult, but it's pretty nerve-wracking. Like you got to get everything right.
There's a lot going on.
How long did it take you to get comfortable? Like I'm sure there had to be a big period of.
Yeah, there was definitely an adjustment. It was like 2 months that I trained before I was finally allowed to run
Wow.
solo, which is actually pretty good pace for never having worked in TV before that.
Uh huh.
I had the board operator knowledge, but still a different thing.
That's pretty cool. That's big time. Is it fun to go home and be like, yeah, I ran audio on this
I
show?
nailed that. Yeah.
I pulled that up and I faded that out.
And then just kind of DVR through the times that I know I messed up. So.
I mean, on my last day, I DVR'd myself, and I don't know what I was doing. My one job was to sit there and run the camera, and I had to zoom in, and that's a lot of pressure. The two people are sitting there at the table, and you got to go from the outshot, and you got to zoom in and get the two of them just right where they got just enough over the shoulder and all this. And so I go like that, and I nailed the zoom in, and then I kind of zoned out, and I'm just thinking wow, that was pretty good. And the camera
started
dropping down, their heads all the way here. I went home and I watched it. It was horrible.
Yeah, I did a little bit of camera work my first few months there, and thankfully got pretty much exclusively on audio. I still want to relearn how to do that, but it's so nerve-wracking.
Oh my God!
Throwing that on top of trying to learn audio and all that, I was just like, let me learn this first, and then maybe I can mess around with tape or camera or whatever. But yeah, I had many floating shots and too quick of zooms. And
are you warm? That. Are you? I think you're gonna.
I'm feeling great.
Okay, he feels good as long as you're pleasing Grubes. She's here for Grubes' pleasure today.
It's good to be me.
Incredible. So, okay, when did you start at the Ticket?
2002. I was a 16-year-old intern for Norm Hitzges.
How old are you?
29.
You're 29. I'm 29. What year did you graduate?
2003.
Wow.
High school.
Wow. Me too.
Nice. So we're best friends now.
And you went to?
Jesuit.
Because everybody knows where Jesuit is. Yes. Yeah. Jesuit. I went to South Garland.
Nice. Okay.
You know.
It's a
that's
school.
cool. So you went to the Ticket at 16 years old. How does that happen?
Basically,
it doesn't seem right.
Yeah, it couldn't happen now. I just got lucky where had a baseball coach actually at Jesuit that was a sales guy at the Ticket, and I basically just kind of kept pestering him and asked if I could do something up there, just because I loved the station and
anything.
Yeah, and all of a sudden he comes back about a week or two later and says, "Hey, you're gonna be interning for Norm, on this date," and thankfully Norm kept me around after that.
And you thought that wasn't possible because you weren't twinky enough?
I was definitely twinky enough back then.
Oh, back then, sure.
16-year-old, 5'3", 150 pound me.
You're one of the original
Things have changed
swings.
a little. There's been a little bit of beer since then.
I'm imagining.
But yeah, so I just kind of got lucky where I stuck around, and they let me stick around, and eventually started running the board on the weekends. And
let me get this right. You mentioned the beer thing. You're not drinking anymore?
Yeah, I quit drinking about a month and a half ago.
Man, that hurts my heart.
I know.
That hurts my heart. How's it been?
It's been good. I'm remembering things, which is nice.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. You actually know what happened yesterday?
Yeah, I haven't had a blackout in about a month and a half, so that's positive. Nice. Yeah, if I could, I would, but drinking and me I tend to not know when to stop, and
But that's the point.
Yeah. Well, I did it very well then.
Well, yeah. Honestly, on this show, we're very popular. We're very well known for always having alcohol here to drink.
And you're more than welcome to. I'm not one of those weird teetotalers or whatever.
Okay. Since you said I could, thanks. I appreciate it.
I was wondering what all the Sprites were about. Now it makes a lot more sense.
These guys really love Sprite.
I like your style.
Yeah. So, yeah, don't let me tempt you here, Grooves. No. This is not a life you want to live. I promise. I'll even let it.
You're really into that vodka, Jer. Maybe you should take a step back there for a minute.
I won't remember this tomorrow.
Reevaluate things, yeah.
So I'll just tell you now, the show went great.
Well, of course it did.
I was a great guest, and everybody loved it.
Incredible. I'm sorry, I'll clean this up.
So how did you transition into the bad radio gig? How did that happen?
Worked out where the guy that was doing it at the time, Psycho Dave Martin.
Yes. Rest in peace.
Love him. Still get to hang out with him every now and then.
Nice. Is he still 120 pounds? Or?
Yep.
Nice.
Still very, very skinny.
Cool.
But yeah,
he left in a
basically got fired.
Fashion.
But it was kind of mutual.
He gave up a while before they fired him, right?
He was a little beaten down, understandably. It's not an easy position, especially if your heart's not into it. It becomes evident really quickly, and working for Bob and Dan especially,
they'll give you a hard time if you're not putting in 100%.
Yeah, if you're not putting in the effort, they will make sure everybody else is aware of it too. Yeah. So that it just the friction and all that. But
So there's well, I'm sorry, I got a question. There's opportunities like running audio or something at the Ticket. You have no interest in going back there and doing something.
I definitely would not be opposed to doing some part-time work for the Ticket or something like that. But I was a full-timer when I left, making $25,000, and I can't imagine going back and being a part-timer would really be worth it.
Board Op, who's been there 10 years, can make $25,000 a year. Mm-hmm. How about a host? What do they?
They do pretty well.
Not like,
and they should.
Not like by the name and by the number, but what are we talking here? We're talking more than.
I would say very high 5 figures to low 6 figures for the most part. They could probably earn more, but it's if they were to really try for a money grab, I could see it where the Ticket would basically, or Cumulus would basically say, go find that money somewhere else.
They let him go. I'd
like to think they wouldn't, but that threat and all that,
I heard Bob and Dan are getting $1 million per episode now after the new contract. Is that true?
Per episode, yes.
Uh-huh. Wow.
Do you know the behind the scenes of what happened with their latest fiasco? Imbroglio?
Bob and Dan, they're contracting. Last summer. Thankfully, I knew a little bit, but I thankfully didn't have to take part in it, so I only knew pretty much what's out there already.
Right, rumors, second-hand type stuff. I
might have heard stuff a day or two before it came out, but no, I was...
So the story is the fan, 105.3 The Fan, really wanted Bob and Dan?
Yes.
That was my understanding. I had no clue about this thing until they came back on the air and said, by the way, we decided today we're going to stay at the Ticket, basically.
Yeah.
And you have no idea how close it came to us not. I cannot imagine what would make you want to go to the Fan. You're going to die on the Fan.
Yeah.
No matter how good they are. I'm sorry, Bob and Dan on the Fan just doesn't work. It's.
I think it still would have worked. I think.
I'm sorry. You know who has a good voice? Fox Sports Southwest. What did you say? Ron Bell.
Ron Pell. Yes.
Ron Pell. Beautiful voice. Amazing, incredible voice. The guy for the Ticket. Whoever does your commercials.
Conrad.
That guy is the greatest. He's funny. He sounds good. Most importantly, funny. Every single thing is funnier than the next. Mm-hmm. The guy nails everything, and I think it might be underappreciated, but for the people who are listening to that, it's very appreciated. And then you listen to the Fan, the guy's like, "Oh, 105.3 The Fan." It makes me want to shoot myself in the head. No show could be good on the Fan. There's no way possible unless you know and love people on the Fan.
Yeah, I'm friends with everybody on the Fan and ESPN.
Ben and Skin
I'm not good at making enemies.
On the Fan now, Ben and Skin?
Yes.
Yeah, see, I don't know what I know, and I understand their pain because they're on weekends dying to get something, and there's nobody going to give up a Monday through Friday slot.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're not a host on the Ticket, you're pretty much going to take whatever other opportunities there are just because no one leaves. I left, 2.5 years ago, and since I left, Gribble's the only other one that was moved on.
How's he doing? He's on ESPN.
He's with ESPN. He's with Calishaw and Mosley, and he's enjoying it.
Probably more his pace.
I think so. I think kind of similar thing where 12 years with Bob and Dan.
And wear on you
as a producer, it can be a little tough. They're still friendly. They still get along.
Sure.
But
they would never treat Jake like they treated him. It's not just a producer gig. It's his personality.
Sure. From what I understand, it can still be tough on Jake.
Really?
It's off air.
Slave driving.
But I don't know about that. But
are they going to fire golf balls at Jake in a trash can?
I wish they would.
Yeah,
I would.
I think everybody does.
I'd love if Jake did more stuff like that. But he's doing so much for the station as is. He's hosting the Cowboy Show. Pregame show. He's doing the Shake Joint.
Is Norm not doing that anymore?
No, Norm's still doing it.
Okay.
I guess Jake's he contributes on one of the segments for the pregame show, but he's got the Shake Joint. He's doing the Maps postgame show. He's all over the place. So, he's not really. He doesn't have much time to go out like Tom.
Yeah.
And not like Tom had a ton of time either. And stuff like that didn't happen that often. It would have to be they're on a remote and Tom would be allowed to go out there.
Do you know if Tom still keeps his door open?
As far as I know, he does.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The open door policy.
Yes.
So Gribble's on ESPN, and the Ticket basically runs ESPN.
Which is still a really confusing thing. I'm out of the loop, all things considered. It's been 2.5 years. I was living with Sean Bass for about a year up until he moved out about half a year ago. So since then, my nose for knowledge of the Ticket is kind of
You still listen
skydive.
every day?
As much as I can.
Yeah, still
but
a P1,
it's
yeah.
oh yeah, definitely still a P1. Like it's, with the job I have with the Stars, I'm listening to more music, especially as
Oh, okay.
I get closer to the season, just trying to keep up and
U2
all
has
that.
that new album out there.
yeah, which I still need to listen to that. Like
It's on your iTunes. Go look.
I was gonna say, I just need to pull it up. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I haven't even. I assume it's on my iTunes. I have it on
Every
it
iTunes.
should
yeah.
be.
Wow.
Yeah, like
I heard they gave him the option finally to delete it off your iTunes.
I
if you
hadn't
don't
even
yeah, but it
looked.
sounds like it's still a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think there's a process to go delete it. It's the
Yeah.
whole thing. You can't just delete it.
Yeah.
It's Chucky. You throw it in the trash and it comes right back. Still sitting there.
Yeah.
Who was looking for that? Okay, so you've moved on from the ticket.
Mm-hmm.
You're now Grubes of Fox Sports Southwest. I don't know. Does anybody know that? That was news to me.
that I'm working for Fox Southwest.
Yeah.
It's been out there. I think me being with the Stars is better.
What are you doing
now.
for the Stars?
Their DJ / music director.
in the arena?
Yeah, playing
cool.
all the music during the home games, playing drops and stuff too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Because I went to about
Like-
2 or 3 Stars games.
Yeah.
And there's drops.
So that one's a little more public, just because I'm set
Yeah.
up basically at the behind the last row of seats on the first section. So anybody can walk through the concourse and say
Right.
hi to me. And
Right by the Emerald City.
Oh, I bet
Band?
they do too.
trying to think where it'd be. It's it's basically across the arena from the Ice Girls. If
Okay.
that helps.
Yeah.
Have you had any Ice Girl action?
No, not so much.
How about ticket groupie action? Were there any girls hot for Grubes?
They were hot for others, but not necessarily for me.
Damn.
But I'm doing okay now.
You've got to have a couple stories, right? I mean, you guys were.
Some stuff might have happened during the blackout moments.
Yes.
Living
know.
that rock star life.
But,
Are we
if
going
you
to
wanna
see
call
Jerry
that.
Jones pictures in 5 years?
I hope not. Thankfully, most of my time at the ticket was before that really took off.
The social media, yeah.
For grainy razor
How many
pics.
videos would we have of blacked out Grubes now after Guys Night Out or something?
There's plenty of material available.
How is that? Does that, grate on you guys? Like, it seems like every other day, you guys are out somewhere or you've got your monthly thing that you have to do. Is that like a big chore for everybody?
I'd like to think it's not. I think it can be the grind, quote unquote, of
Because this isn't like
driving out to different places. Like it's
Catch
so much.
America Pond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because it's so much easier, just go to the studio, know that you're doing that every day. But if you're, like the hard line, you're constantly on remote, you're constantly going to, a guy's night out or whatever. I think I could see, the drive to and from being a little frustrating at times.
Oh, yeah, I bet
just,
some of you guys have to make wild drives.
yeah. And especially at the times they do, like a lot of times during traffic and
And
all
they're
that.
and everybody's compensated for a remote like this?
The hosts are, yeah.
Oh, my God, you poor guys.
Yeah, it's okay. That's the system.
Yeah, but the truth is, the sad truth is, they go, well, if you're worth more, prove it to, you know what I mean? And I'm okay, sorry, if Grubes leaves, yeah, the ticket isn't going to fall apart, and that's how they get you. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's
And we have Mino doing it now, and he's awesome.
they'll
Like,
always be.
and I feel like
another-
he's kind of in my mold, which is a nice little thing to feel like I've got a little
There's
legacy
a lot
there.
of new people at the ticket.
Yeah,
There's Mino. There's Montemayor.
yeah.
There's a million new people. Oh, I got to ask you about this. Do you know what happened? The controversy this week. There was a ticker guy who's the one that just started with the Musers.
Logan Gorley?
What happened to him?
I don't know.
All of a sudden, he's gone, and they're being very vague and referencing, their ticker guy problems, and all of a sudden, TC's got a ticker job.
Yeah, I don't know how all that works. Like I said, thankfully, for me, I get to just be friends with everybody and don't have to deal with the drama. It's kind of like with the Wash stuff. Ron Washington's whole saga. Last week, one of my friends, put out the news of what potentially might have happened. I don't want to say it on air. Just, but
he relapsed.
no, I'll tell. If you want to find it, you can find it. But I don't want to say
Follow
it.
you on Twitter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and figure out who I'm talking about. But it became a big thing. Basically, her versus the traditional media, and again, thankfully, I don't have to be in the middle of all that. I get to just be the jackass,
Commenting on
tweeting
it.
stupid stuff and working for Fox. But I'm an audio guy. I'm not going on the air, and so I'm able to just kind of watch from the sidelines. I'm still able to be friends with everybody because I've been lucky where I have gotten to become friends with a lot of people on both sides, the bloggers and the,
Yeah.
Oh, God,
traditional news anchors and all that. And
I'm sure you're caught in the middle of everybody.
yeah, and people, they all have asked kind of my thoughts on it, and I just say honestly, I don't really have to have any thoughts on it. And like right before we went on the air, some guy tweeted me asking about the whole situation with Wash. I was like, I haven't responded yet, but I'm basically going to just say,
Fuck you, dude.
Well,
Oh.
no, but basically,
So you are extremely Twitter famous. I can't imagine how busy you are on Twitter. 29,000 followers. 29,000.
I don't get it either.
That's a lot of juice. Are you hotter now than ever, or have you been hotter than 30? 29.
This is the most followers I've ever had.
Yeah, because I was listening in preparation.
When I left, I had 19,000.
Yeah.
The ticket. Yeah.
When in preparation, I listened to an old bit on the Unticket, and you had gone out for one of the weekend shows, and maybe the orphanage, and you had gone out on the street and you were talking to girls. I think you were saying you had like 19,000. I go, damn, man, he's got 29 now. Man, so you're on Twitter. You got to be 24 hours a day connected to your phone, because I've got like 3 things going on Twitter, and I'm on it all day. I cannot imagine 29,000 people trying to talk to me.
Yeah, like the good thing is I don't have notifications set up on my phone. Otherwise,
okay.
So basically, it's just whenever I'm bored, which is often, I just take my phone out and I can see,
So that's
what
when,
people have tweeted at me.
well,
and,
that's when we know we made it, whenever we have to turn the notifications off. Because now we love it.
Yeah.
It's like, wow,
yeah, you get
I
your
finally got a notification today.
Yeah.
pretty neat.
This is awesome. Oh, wait, it was a spam account.
Hey, I still get plenty of
followed
those
me.
too.
Oh, God.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
they
You
said-
reach a certain threshold of followers, I guess, and you just immediately become spam.
a target for spam, yeah.
Barack Obama, I heard they said like more than half of his things are all fake accounts. I was like,
That might be.
He's got, a shitload of followers, but none of it's real.
Yeah, just like I'm still not sure.
Oh,
how
I'm sure
many-
yours are real. I'm not questioning yours at all. Trust me.
You should.
You're
But
the
I
man.
I'll notice every now and then, a spam account. I do delete those because
Do you report them to Twitter?
I do.
Good.
That'll teach them.
Yes.
You got to keep track. Who are you on the ranking of like the ticket world? How are you on that? I know Bob's killing everybody, right?
I think Gordo's probably at the top, and Gordo's verified too, which I think drives Bob a little crazy.
Holy cow! What does Bob got to do to be verified? He's been
I don't know.
He's been the guy talking on the ESPN football highlight video or something.
And he's actually capable of breaking news and stuff like that. but,
Sure.
yeah, I don't know how that works. Like,
no.
I guess if your account has a certain number of followers versus
there is no rhyme or reason.
You know.
There's literally a group of people at Twitter that just decide when you are to be verified, when
Yeah.
you're famous
Maybe-
enough to be verified.
Maybe they think Bob's a spam bot.
We should start a campaign. We need to
does
get
tweet a
Bob
lot.
verified. I mean, good God, Bob's
Yeah.
a big deal. What is he up to?
I know he's over 50.
Over 50,000?
50,000, yeah.
Okay.
And I think Gordo's, he might be closing in on 100,000.
that's pretty big for, it started out as an AM station.
Yeah.
I mean, the ticket never should have been the ticket.
No, it really probably shouldn't have made it 6 months, kind of like Norm predicted at the time, which is
Oh, working.
really funny to bring up
Yeah.
to him every now and then.
There's a lot of things that are probably really funny to bring up to Norm.
Yeah.
He's a really good sport to even go out to all those events.
He really
as
is.
many as
and
he can.
yeah, and he gets along with all the guys. He's not always going to follow along with every single bit that they do,
Yeah.
but he's
He's
really
at least
amazing.
going to laugh about it, laugh it off.
Yeah, and that was a really cool thing. Like, I came on board about 2 years after he started with the ticket, so it still was kind of shaky ground with him and the ticket guys.
And I'm
but-
sure it was with Bob and Dan too. I bet. I'm sure
it
you
took-
were there for all the years where they really had to prove it.
Yeah, because Bob and Dan would have been about 3 years in when I started, and just seeing the progression of finally everybody kind of trusting each other and realizing, hey, if we all kind of work together, you know.
And they had something there, yeah.
Yeah. And, it's made the station stronger, and like I said, it kind of goes back to, with the contract negotiations or whatever. Everybody's taking a pay cut. Like,
Sure.
any one of them could be making $1 million.
Wow.
I truly believe that. Like, with the amount of money that is brought in on advertising, with the ratings that, a shitty signal like that gets.
Is there a station that comes close to that? There's no way anybody could be doing what they're doing.
Like, there's the Fan, ironically, up in New York.
Here though, in Dallas, nobody
in
can
Dallas,
touch them.
no.
Nobody.
Like, I guess, like Kiss FM with Kid Craddock's show, which, hey, the show's still going strong, which is amazing, and it just shows what a talented crew they are.
You know
but,
them? You're friendly with them?
I know of them, and then I know their chief engineer, Rob Chickering, who used to be
cool.
the Ticket's chief engineer, and then a couple people that work on the crew that aren't really on air, but
Yeah.
I cannot listen. I haven't spent more than...
The Dishes came to us wanting to put us on their show, but we refused, though. We don't want to be on that crappy show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Dish Nation?
Yeah, Dish Nation.
Oh.
Yeah, you're on Dish Nation, by the way. You'll be on tonight at
Oh, cool.
10:30.
Hey, everybody.
We'll be mixed in there. Nah, I cannot watch the Kid Craddock show, and I hate to even call it that. Like, man, I was really turned off by the fact that they went on the air like 5 minutes after he was dead. And okay, I would understand, come on that day, do maybe a couple days and talk with people and whatever, and then maybe take a break.
Well, for what it's worth, there's lots of politics
I
and
believe
inner
it.
workings behind
I
it.
believe it.
Basically, if they hadn't gone back on the air, and if they had gone back on the air and been unsuccessful relatively for that first month, the whole thing pretty much would have been canned from what I
That's
understand.
what they should. No, I'm sorry, but that's what they should have let happen out of respect for him. The reason why none of their other names were attached to the Kid Craddock morning show is because none of them were Kid Craddock. Now you've got a show with 4 co-hosts co-hosting together, and it doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I see it kind of like when the Ticket lost Grego. The show's
That
still
was
the
weird.
hard line, and
It was weird, but
obviously Reiner's
Yeah.
still the main guy.
Reiner's dead.
He's always been.
Yeah.
But, it was always Mike and Greg. But sometimes circumstances don't allow you to just be sentimental, essentially.
Yeah.
man, but
And there's a lot of people that were, obviously drawing
But
paychecks.
no, to me it's more
and-
like if Norm dies and all of a sudden Soroy and whoever.
Well, I think if that were to happen,
Sean
honestly,
Bass are all of a sudden
that's probably what it would
doing
be.
the Norm and calling it the Norm Hitzke show for all of eternity.
Yeah, and that is still calling it the Kid Craddock thing show.
They'll,
I think
they'll change it. They'll rebrand it here pretty soon, I'm sure.
I feel like
been a while.
it has been about a year. But yeah, I don't. Like I said,
Did you know Kid? He was pretty.
I talked to him over the phone when he would call on the Ticket, and he knew of me, and obviously, I listened to him all the time as a kid.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Before
I'm sorry. We
found out
bringing
about
up
the
bad
Ticket.
memories. Are you a Kid Craddock fan? Okay. I didn't want to make her cry.
Yeah,
I don't want the mascara to run under her mask. You're doing wonderful, by the way. Thank you.
yeah,
Just don't talk. You're not allowed.
yeah.
So, what shows have come and gone on the Ticket that you miss? Any really shows that you wish were still on the air?
Man,
do you miss-
I think the rant is kind
Yeah.
of the obvious
Uh-huh.
thing to throw out. I enjoyed the Hotspot,
Sure, yeah.
Kevin
Blanford and
yeah.
David Robinson also, yeah.
the Wild Ass Circus with Big Dick Hunter.
Yeah.
I liked, but
Is
I
Big
think
Dick still doing radio? Do you know if he's
he's
around anymore?
I think he's out in Vegas now,
Cool.
and I think he's still doing at least a weekly show, and he's doing stand-up comedy. He's doing everything.
Okay.
He's really smart, really talented.
yeah.
So he's just kind of
I saw he got his name out there during that Michael Vick Key to the City
yeah.
thing.
He was. Yeah, he's definitely been a big proponent or antagonist, I guess, of Michael Vick, which
Yeah, he's a
you
big
know,
dog guy. Big Dick
yeah,
is, yeah.
and he adopted one of the dogs that
Yeah.
so he's awesome like that.
Yeah. So, I remember when I first started listening to the Ticket, Rocco was still on there. I miss Rocco.
Mm-hmm.
Were you listening when Rocco was on there?
No, I started listening about 99. I was always aware of it. My
Yeah.
dad was a big listener. He was apparently one of the third caller or something
Oh,
ever
wow.
on the air with Skip Bayless.
Yeah. Is it true, though, that Bob did stab Rocco in the back? Did that happen?
No, Rocco kind of stabbed himself in the back,
Right.
with that call into Gordon during the rant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he basically hung himself.
Did he give Gordon a hard time? Did they get into it?
It was a half hour, no commercials.
Nice.
It's I think it's available on theunticket.com, and
I'll see if I can
it's
find it.
pretty fascinating.
Did Rocco lose his shit?
It was a fairly civil conversation, but Rocco was very frustrated, to say
Yeah.
the least. Just the way he was being treated.
I think I heard
trying
that.
trying to understand why he was treated so different.
Well,
And,
it's karma for taking that money out of that wallet that he found,
oh yeah,
That was just karma.
I heard
coming
that
back
story.
on him, yeah.
But yeah. So I started listening near the tail end of when Chris Arnold would have been there.
Oh, yeah.
I remember the announcement of Norm coming on. That was in January of 2000, I guess, maybe December '99, something
Yeah.
like that. So, like, my listening really started with the classic current lineup basically intact.
Was Bob doing his night show at that time, I think?
At that point, Bob and Dan were
already together.
Together.
Okay.
Maybe not for very long, but
Yeah.
I started listening right around the time they would have come on board.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And we haven't even gotten to mention the fact you're so multifaceted that you are you still doing Pepper Theft?
Yeah, and also doing American Idiots, a Green Day cover band. But yeah,
You're
Pepper
doing a
Theft.
Green Day and a Red Hot Chili
Yeah.
Peppers cover band, playing guitar for both?
Yes,
Wow.
and very
So-
mediocre early.
Oh man, that's what I was gonna say. Has it come along?
It's gotten better.
I think
It's gotten better since the clip from 7 years ago.
Yeah, that's the most famous one.
Yeah,
Everyone's
trying to play Under the Bridge. I'm still not perfect at it, but it's at least in tune,
Yeah, that
and
helps.
you can tell what I'm trying to play.
That helps.
That's good, yeah.
But it was really good of you to make that joke on the air and pretend like you were struggling through it.
Even though that was totally real.
Oh, whoops.
That was at a Barley House after Hardline remote.
Oh man.
Had you
I
been
was-
drinking?
They got you like
a little
on stage?
bit, yeah. And I hadn't been playing guitar for very long. Like, that started because I'd gone on stage with Dan at Ticket Stock a month before that, playing a very simple song on guitar. But I'd been playing Chili Pepper songs, just to where no one was hearing them, just in my room,
Right.
like because I knew I wasn't very good. But then all of a sudden, I was essentially bullied into doing that.
They threw you under the bus, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I got a band out of it, so I can't be too mad.
Yeah.
Sure.
Did that come about because of that?
Yeah, like
Did people get in contact with you?
yeah, the drummer was a long time. I've known him since grade school, and he knew that I was learning guitar and loved the Chili Peppers. And at some point before all that, he said, "Hey, I heard you are playing guitar. You like the Chili Peppers. I'd love to drum for you if you ever make a band out of it." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, whatever."
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden that happened. I was like, "Jack, I think I need you."
Yeah.
Then got the singer through MySpace. The bass player was working in promotions for the Ticket, and
Well, that was a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
If you did anything on MySpace.
2007, yeah.
Good gravy. 2007, you put together Pepper Theft. You guys get to do shows immediately, right? Because you're Grubes?
Pretty much, yeah.
Hell
Opened
yeah.
for a buddy at Poor David's Pub for St. Patty's Day. So St. Patty's is our anniversary every year. But yeah, then started becoming a regular thing at Barley with, the full band.
Have you been doing shows now that you're sober?
Let's see. My last show was before I got sober.
Uh-oh.
It'll be okay.
Yeah? You'll make it?
I think so. We'll find out.
Stay strong, Grooves.
I'll try.
Yeah.
Man, you ever get any groupie love off of Pepper Theft?
I don't get groupie love off anything, but
No groupie
it's okay.
love. You've never gotten a blowjob like, Grubes, it's Grubes. Let me just blow you real quick over here under this thing.
I wish,
Oh my god.
but it's okay.
I at least imagine a blowjob.
Every day you imagine that.
I mean, I do too.
Every day I'm picturing you getting blown or something.
Every day.
The man's got 29,000 followers. I'm about to blow him. I mean, he deserves it. Guy works hard.
Do it all for y'all.
Man, incredible.
It's okay.
So no love. Blackout stories though, for sure in the band, right? Tons of blackout stories.
There have been a couple gigs that I don't remember.
Man, that's the worst, right?
Yeah, it's not a
Blacking
good
out.
feeling. Yeah, and
That'll sober you up.
texting the
real
guys
fast.
the next day, hey, sorry. It's not
Yeah, is there a lot of sorries?
thankfully, it didn't happen
Are you one of
too
those
often,
guys?
but there have definitely been sorries after, drunken band night.
After
What's
you made
the-
a fool out of yourself.
What's the worst sorry you ever had to make? That somebody told you what you did, and you have no idea.
Thankfully, it's generally just basically acting like an idiot and being loud versus
Yeah.
being like destructive or something like that.
You're not yelling out the N-word
No,
or calling
no,
out
no,
the
no.
Jews for...
No,
Okay.
but
Okay, good.
yeah, it's basically just at some point I just hit my limit and I still am awake, but not really sure what's going on.
Not there.
You never
So-
dabbled any further?
What do you mean?
Are you-
Cocaine.
yeah,
Oh,
or-
no.
LSD.
No.
I mean,
Like,
I know
ecstasy.
those bright AM lights at the Ticket, I'm sure cocaine was all over that studio.
Yeah, and I think I got lucky where being so young starting out and, I was 21 when I took over the Hardline job. So I was so young and, people kind of were protecting me,
Okay.
like
Yeah. They weren't
anytime there was
encouraging
cocaine, like they would go to the other room or insist that I do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that really helped. Like, I wish they had maybe been a little more helpful on the drinking.
They definitely.
But that was going to happen no matter what.
Yeah.
Like,
So you never, because of this, you never got to spend a lot of time with Ron Washington, right? 'Cause
no,
he was always in the other room.
no, he was always in the other room.
Damn. Oh man, I heard I heard that there was a news reporter that just walked up and knocked on his door the other day. I saw the news report.
Yeah,
he answered the door
is
wearing
pretty unusual. Yes,
wearing
that's the way baseball go.
He was
Sure.
literally wearing a "That's the way baseball goes" shirt,
Pretty awesome.
and just answered the door and told her, I guess he wasn't looking to talk to her.
You
Yeah,
think he put that shirt on knowing that she was out there? He ran
I
to the
don't
think
door
so.
and pulled it out.
I like to think that he's like going to sleep in that
Yes.
shirt.
Oh.
Yes, he was lounging around in the house in that. He was watching his stories.
Did he still have his mustache?
Mm-hmm.
He had to.
Absolutely.
I think that thing's permanent.
Yeah.
It's stuck.
yeah.
Absolutely. Even if the hairs were gone, he'd tattoo it on there. That's got to be for sure.
So are you ready for our main event segment here,
Uh-oh.
or do you want to keep on?
No. Let's. We're gonna ask you to play a game here in a little bit,
Okay.
but let's get our NPR voices on. Do you know anybody at NPR? You got to know the whole radio gang, right?
I'm not sure if I do know anyone that works at NPR.
What is it about? Do you listen to NPR?
Every now and then.
You're
I'm honestly, if I'm listening to the radio, it's pretty much either the Ticket or the Edge. Like if I'm just needing a little music fix during breaks, and I'll listen to KXT as well.
Is there any such thing
KXT's good.
Is there any such thing as alternative rock nowadays?
Yeah,
There's
it
no
is
way.
a little weird, hearing kind of poppy, techno-y stuff, but
Lots of good Charlotte on the Edge, I'm sure.
Not
it's
even.
been a while. It's
not
been
even-
a while since Good Charlotte's been on there. but
Even Good Charlotte would sound like rock nowadays. I mean,
Modest Mouse, are they on there?
but you'll get
every now and then.
you'll get
Yeah.
pop songs like you said, and
Yeah.
and they'll this
Which-
is alternative best and alternative rock. Like, what's alternative rock about any of this?
Yeah, but
hate
that
it.
seems to be nationwide for whatever reason.
Didn't they play Lord
Yeah.
Royals on?
Yeah.
Like, how is that possible?
Just as long as Taylor Swift doesn't make it on the Edge, it's still an alternative station.
Oh, wait.
Which it hasn't yet,
When
to my
you s-
knowledge.
When you say main event, you're not talking about our game, right?
I am.
Well, you shouldn't be.
Oh, okay.
Eddie, isn't there more of a main event?
Oh,
Something that you want to say to Grubes right now?
something that I can't renege on.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Like,
I'm gonna let Eddie take over right now and have a moment with you, Grubes.
So I have some confessions to make here. Yeah. So, Grooves, you are so funny. Did you know that you're so funny?
Okay.
You are
Nice.
so good looking,
Wow.
so smart, such a hard worker. You're a revolutionary in the business. You're ambitious.
He's tweeting, "Get me out of
Yeah,
here."
for the love of God.
You tweet very well. You're a big sports fan, and you're very relatable, and you're very down to earth.
Aw.
Did you know all that stuff about yourself, Grooves?
No, I guess I didn't.
Yeah. So that's why I had to get that out. Contractual reasons.
It's very sweet of you.
Just had to get that out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if anyone feels like listening back to last week's show, you'll know why Eddie
Yeah.
just had to get that out.
Uh-oh.
We'll explain to you off the air. But,
I'm scared.
For Eddie's sake, we're gonna leave him with that shame and embarrassment of his love for you.
Yeah.
So, no desire ever to be on microphone. You don't want to have the Groove show
you could
somewhere.
definitely start up your own thing and do pretty well. I think.
Podcast?
Yeah, like I've thought about doing stuff like that, but I kind of like the positions I've had where at the Ticket I was able to make a name for myself, but I was hardly ever on the air except for like doing sponsors real quick or something like that.
You do have that.
But still being able to contribute, kind of like with Stars. I'm never on the mic, Jeff K is, but
Yeah.
I'm still able to provide music. I'm able to play drops, give a personality to, the presentation.
The atmosphere, yes, sir.
Yeah, and I've just never had that drive to be a host.
Yeah.
Like, I love being able to be part of an ensemble type of thing,
Yeah.
and I don't mind, doing a guest spot every now and then on,
You feel like
other radio
it comes
shows.
out a little bit easier on Twitter, when you can write out your thoughts.
yeah,
rather
like
than,
I very much prefer writing to speaking. Like
that's
this-
obviously where you shine.
Yeah,
29,000 followers.
Yeah, I just I've always been more comfortable writing stuff out. Like when texting, texting was pretty early on, and I got a phone around 16 or 17. Very, very rich of me, I know.
Oh no, that was
But,
about the normal time. That was
But, when all of a sudden, even if it was the T9, the texting, I was like, oh, holy crap. Like, I don't have to talk to people.
All right.
Yeah.
And just like I still hate leaving voicemails, I just very much prefer, I can get everything I need to get out.
It'll be a better world
writing
when we're all texting only.
Yeah.
There's no need for anyone to call ever. Just text.
Yeah.
Always. Text, email.
It'll eventually lead to that telepathy, right? We'll eventually get to
Yes.
that point where there's no talking
I
whatsoever.
feel like we're getting very close, and that
Yeah.
excites me.
Yeah. And just to plant the chip in our head, right?
Yeah.
And there we are.
And we don't even have to talk.
Yeah. Like those space aliens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the space aliens.
That might be an ender.
No. No, we're just getting started here. So, okay, so I don't know. I mean, that's it. That's what's I want to get inside Grubes' mind here. What's the plan? Like, you're working behind the scenes. You were working behind the scenes. You don't want to go in front of the camera. You don't want to be on microphone. What's the ultimate dream? In other words, your parents, right? I read they set the bar pretty high.
Yeah, like I'm never going to be successful like them.
What do they
but
do?
Dad's a lawyer, mom's a realtor.
Dad's a
and
lawyer.
They're both really good at what they do.
Has he had, like, famous
Um,
cases?
I don't know.
He didn't have the OJ case, did he?
No.
That wasn't him.
Like,
Is
I
he-
guess he,
That
back
was
in,
another one.
like, 94, 95, went against Blockbuster, like, the whole Wayne Huizenga stuff.
So your family
So-
single-handedly brought Blockbuster down?
Eventually, I guess.
Incredible. That's
It didn't seem to affect him at the time.
And okay, and not to say that how much money you guys have, but I understand Dirk bought your old house.
Yeah.
Dirk moved into your sloppy seconds.
My parents.
That's yours. Trust me.
Believe me, it's not.
It's going to be all yours one day.
And the
Just
house,
hold on.
I think they know better than to give me any
Just
money.
hold on tight.
the house came with Jarvis too, right?
Yeah.
He got Jarvis in the deal.
Yes.
That's awesome. Where is that house? What part of town?
North Dallas, like Preston Hollow area. Kind of like
what constitutes
Royal
Preston Hollow?
and Tollway area.
Okay,
So,
that's cool.
yeah.
I like driving through. I drive through that type of area on my way to and from work all day or every day. Really nice.
Yeah.
Must be really nice.
It's not bad.
Where you live now?
Like Midway and
You guys
Northwest
had
Highway
to upgrade,
area.
right?
My parents, they're within about a mile of that house.
At Midway and who?
Midway and Walnut Hill, I guess.
For everyone who wants to pull up
Yeah.
Google Maps right now?
Yeah.
Midway, Walnut Hill. Okay, I'm seeing it. Oh, a little bit more, what is that, west
Yeah, a little bit south of where.
than 75?
Yeah.
I'm a 75 guy. I'm not
Okay.
I'm not a tollway
yeah,
guy.
like it's so from 75 and Royal would be like 3 miles west.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's that Fox Sports money.
There's no
Yeah.
Mrs. Grubes in the future?
There's someone.
Really? How long has this been going on?
About 5 months.
Oh man.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're not married yet?
No,
Oh my god.
nowhere close.
Oh man.
You know, you need to put a ring on that.
I'd snatch
Yeah.
her up already. She sounds hot.
She's very cool.
Does the world know her?
No,
No, but you keep her secret?
I try to.
Keep her chained in a basement?
Not that
She's
secret.
gonna sneak out one day? So 5 months of love. How, are you sexually pleased? Everything's good there? I just wonder why you're not close to marriage. I mean, if she was giving
Yeah.
it up, if you guys were...
Well, I guess I wouldn't say I'm not close to, but we haven't discussed anything like that. We're just enjoying what we have.
Wow. She older or younger?
Living life
Little
to the
younger.
fullest.
Yeah,
She's what?
a little younger.
All right.
Couple years.
That's the way to do it. That's my Grubes. And what does she do?
I don't want to get into it,
Wow.
but she's
That's hot.
yeah.
Okay, so this is why you haven't had any blowjobs ever at the ticket, and this is why you never had sex once before her. I get
Yes,
it. I get it. I
yes.
got it.
Yeah.
I got
We'll go
it.
with
You were
that.
completely innocent and
Yes.
pure. Yeah.
And then she
wanna-
ruined me.
Do you want to have the family and kids though one day?
Sure,
You want to have dogs and? Do you have a
You
dog
know.
now?
I do have a dog.
I knew it. What
Yeah.
kind of dog?
Golden Retriever.
I don't see these pictures. I should see pictures of your girlfriend and your dog. That's what.
Yeah, like I said, I try to keep that offline.
Oh man.
Like I do enough damage as it is. You
we
know?
want to know. We want to know Grubes, at home Grubes.
maybe someday.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And let me get this off my chest. I've been dying to know. I don't know your affiliation with Chili's. On Twitter all day long, it's people letting you know that they're at Chili's or that they wish they were at Chili's.
Yeah, just that kind of started where I was kind of just a couple of the players from Baltimore, Torrey Smith with the Ravens and Adam Jones.
Torrey Smith is killing me this year in fantasy. He's on
sure
my
he
team, and he's doing nothing.
Should have picked up
But yeah.
Steve Smith.
Shut
But
up.
yeah, so him and Adam Jones with the Orioles were tweeting each other about hanging out. I
Wow,
decided,
Pac-Man Jones plays baseball now?
yeah. So
That's
I
cool.
decided to tweet both of them, and basically it became a thing where all of a sudden I'm playing pickup basketball against the two of them, and we were having a whole day and getting froyo, and then I say, hey, and I'm going to treat you guys to a really special dinner, best in Baltimore, and I sent a map of Chili's.
Okay.
And so it just kind of snowballed from there, where Chili's became like, that's where everybody goes, and that's where
Well, it is, isn't it?
Jeez.
that's where I'm going to meet anybody for dinner and all
Sure.
that.
And how
So,
long ago was that?
2 years?
2 years ago, because I just started following you. I just got into Twitter and started following you a couple months ago, and it's literally like 20 tweets about Chili's a day.
Yeah.
Now,
Like-
2 years later.
And I don't even retweet all of them.
Oh my God.
So yeah,
Chili's.
it's just become a thing where if people are eating at Chili's, they let me know.
Those
Wow.
baby back ribs were good, though, right?
They are?
You can't beat those
Yeah.
ribs.
You can't beat those
I
ribs.
enjoy
You can beat your kids, but you can't beat those ribs.
Oh dear.
So, okay, how about finance-wise? Are you a stock guy?
No, God.
No investing?
No. Like, I'm just trying to keep the money that I have.
Is that a
and
foolish thing to do?
I'm not opposed to it. I just don't understand it well enough, and right now I'm not making enough money to
I just want to
invest.
know. I just want to know the people who are doing well in life. What do they teach their children? Like, what are your parents telling you? They tell your kid, "Don't ever fuck with the stock market." Mark Cuban says, "Don't touch the stock market."
My parents do the stock market, but they generally are more into saving and interest and that sort of stuff rather than stocks.
So you're here to say, get a savings account. It's a little safer.
That's what they encourage. That's what I'm trying to build right now.
No gambling. You haven't spent
No,
any nights.
I never got into gambling.
You haven't,
Thankfully,
You haven't bet on the ponies?
just there was
With Norm?
last year
Was there
with
a lot of
Norm.
pressure?
Yeah, I got to go on a big trip to Miami with Norm and
Oh.
my dad, and
He gave you a couple of
friends.
tips, Norm did?
yeah,
Yeah,
we lost.
of course.
Are you a weed smoker?
I did every now
We
and
don't
then,
talk
but
about that
I don't anymore. Just
no more.
like I'm not opposed to it. It just never really did much for me.
I'm just wondering. I'm just thinking about. No, I'm thinking about the races and Norm. I just wonder, like, do you know what Norm? I can't imagine what he's up to. More like what he was up to when he was younger. I imagine he did everything.
It sounds like he definitely smoked pot back in the day.
It had to be pickled, though.
yeah,
yeah.
pickled marijuana, of course, of course. What else does he eat? What are some of the horrible things you watched him eat in studio?
Oh, just blocks of cheese.
and you would smell these things. and-
Yeah, and he'd burp, and it'd be gross.
Oh, that's what I do in here. Does he? Would he ever? I guess he does. We've heard the feet drop, right? He farts and he lets it rip. He's old school, right?
Yeah.
He'll fart in
He has no
studio on you.
shame.
Oh my God.
Yeah, going on trips. Like, thankfully, I haven't roomed with him in a while, but he's very much just wear boxers around the room. Like, doesn't matter who's there.
Wow.
Lets it all hang out, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So you've been on the road and shared rooms.
It's
with
been a
him.
while, but yeah, back when I was interning for him, the Cowboys trips and
Wow.
the Super Bowl trip I got to go when it was in Houston back in '04, and
Those where you learned what a man looks like.
yeah,
Wow. Incredible.
something to aspire to.
Man, Norm. Anybody you've seen anyone else naked at the ticket?
Um,
Dan, right? And that the compound wasn't there. that
thankfully, I
incident?
wasn't there for that.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Like, there were the showers after the great game. The baseball game.
No, they did that.
You had to shower after
No,
the game.
you don't. Go
Michael
home.
Sam does it. Michael Sam goes home.
Go home. Right. I would definitely take the Michael Sam treatment on one of those things. Did you ever play in one of those
Yeah.
events? Or physical
couple
events?
of the great games. Yeah, I was a co-MVP with Soroy one year.
There you go.
Yeah.
There
Did you pitch
go.
all 9 innings?
No, I caught most of them and
Nice.
so many wild pitches.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah, but there was a
Yeah,
lot
Danny
of
and
getting it.
Corby and
They
You
were
probably should have
drinking,
just
I'm sure.
stood back against the fence and waited for it
I
to come to you.
pretty much did after a while.
I'm sure they were drinking that Gentleman Jack, weren't they?
They might as well have been the way
Yeah.
they pitched, which it's tough. Pitching is not easy, but
Was it underhand or overhand?
it was overhand.
Oh wow, yeah.
At some point, probably should have switched, but
Mm-hmm. That's funny.
Couldn't make it a total farce, I guess.
And now, speaking of Soroy, you guys made most recently the Ice Bucket video where y'all did an homage to Saturday Night Live. That's funny because I'm one of the kids that saw that when it originally aired. I remember watching that when I was the youngest of kids. Probably shouldn't have been seeing that, but I did. That was great. Did you see this?
No, I didn't. No.
They recreated what is it,
Schmitz Gay,
where Adam Sandler and Chris Farley, someone else come over to this, house, and they're like, "Oh man, look at this, whatever," and somehow
the beer party.
Yeah, crack it open, all of a sudden dudes are all over them. all the hot guys are, rocking around. So
I got to be one of the hot guys.
Yeah, of course. What else would you have played?
I don't know.
Y'all should have done cookie dough on yourself.
God.
Yeah.
Groups cannonballing off a diving board and whatnot. How long did it take you guys to shoot that?
It was about probably an hour and a half.
Wow, you guys are fast. That's cool.
Yeah, we had one of Fox's camera guys there that
I figured,
knows what he's doing.
They look very professional.
Yeah, very well edited. And
did a Soroy hook that up?
Yeah. Like, I could have helped with that too, but yeah, Soroy used to work at Fox as well, so
I just assumed
he had
it
the
was,
connection.
I assumed it was Cash with his Maverick ties, but
I
didn't realize we had the Fox Sports as well.
Yeah, Mike Soroy used to work there.
That's cool. So you guys brought him out, you did your thing, and you probably single-handedly saved the whole, Ice Bucket Challenge.
Yeah, nobody
phenomenon.
has ALS anymore.
Nobody. I've heard it.
They
You've heard it here.
Yep.
Incredible. Okay, so should we move
Sure.
full head of steam into this game? Let's do it.
I'm very scared.
Grooves,
Oh.
one of the first things I learned about you when I researched your Twitter, you have a pinned tweet up at the top about Robin Williams' death and then your own sobriety. Did the Robin Williams death touch you?
Like, I was going to do it anyway. Like, I'd stopped drinking for about a week, and that's when the Robin Williams news came out, and that's when I decided to put it out there publicly. I was comfortable enough where I was like, I'd rather people know than
Why you're not,
not everybody's going to know, obviously, but enough people where there's not. I wouldn't say there was pressure for me to drink, whenever I would go out, but it also was very easy. Someone was always willing to bring a shot over, or if I walked into Twilight Lounge, they immediately had a double tall Jack and Coke ready for me, which was awesome.
Yeah, but not when you're not drinking,
Yeah, but, I felt like putting it out there publicly would, kind of help curb a little of that.
Is the plan to stop this forever?
I don't know. Like, right now, I'm...
One day at a time, right?
Yeah, and, I went to AA meetings for about a week and a half, and they definitely serve their purpose. I definitely see why people use them, but
you're not that bad, right?
Yeah, I wasn't I'm the type where if I'm not drinking, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But if I do, then I don't know how I'm going to act. I don't know how much I'm going to have.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I generally knew where I'd wind up.
Yeah.
Sleeping, but
you don't have that constant thirst for alcohol.
No.
Yeah.
It's there wasn't any thought of, oh my God,
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at that 99-cent bottle of
Yeah.
Sky vodka right there.
Which is pretty genius, by the way.
Thank you.
I like your style.
Thank you. This is the first time I've ever thrown this together in honor of... I was going to lie to you and tell you that we were sober, but, it's just too obvious.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't give a crap about that. People saw me drunk many times.
We just wanted to be solidarity with you,
That's right.
I'm sorry.
It is appreciated.
I'm sorry we let you down, but at least we've got the illusion here that
yes.
that we're along fighting the fight with you.
Right.
Well, speaking of fighting the fight with Robin Williams, in honor of his hanging himself to death, we've decided, since it's touched you so much, we would play Celebrity 1310 the Ticket Hangman.
Oh man.
With Grooves. We're going to play Hangman. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. Please hold on for 5 seconds as we switch around.
You said me? I go over here.
No, you're fine, right there. Hey, Fangirl, you can come stand in the middle, if you would. Wait, no, leave that. You sit here, Eddie. Leave that on the thing. She'll stand in between y'all.
with the fangirl over here. Like they want.
I don't want to do it like that. Okay. Throw this up on that chair there, fangirl.
Whatever Jerry wants, right?
Huh? Oh my god. That's your pen. Am I on? Am I on?
You asking the right guy.
We're so balls to the wall, even our fangirl has no idea what's going on right now. If you would take this pen for us and draw at the top your best recreation of Robin Williams'
You know how Hangman works, though, right?
face. Hmm?
You draw the Hangman as it goes along.
Yeah, I just want to draw his face as the Robin Williams presents.
She didn't sign up for this.
Oh, she sure did. She just signed up right now. The Illuminati signed her up, trust me. How do you feel about conspiracy theories, Grubes? Are you
I never really got into them.
you're not a political guy?
No,
You don't care, Republican, Democrat?
no. I'm one of those. I guess utilitarian. The most good for the most people.
Oh, that sounds socialist to me.
Might be, but just
Do you vote?
no.
Okay, there he is.
It's pretty good.
Robin Williams
Looks just like
presents Celebrity 1310 the Ticket Hangman. Can you draw a little hangman guy? The little whatever it is. Yeah, draw him up on the. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I won't do that anymore. Okay, now for this first word. I'm gonna slip you a piece of paper here, fangirl. If you would keep these secret. These are top secret words related to the ticket. Eddie as a P1 who swore he could beat Grubes. This, by the way, let me put the championship belt up over the ladder for this ladder match, and let you guys know that you're fighting over a $20
Well played.
Chili's gift card
Well played, my friend.
to the man who has the balls to answer the most of these questions right.
I'm going to get me an old timer after this
Thank
show.
you. I'll leave that right there for everyone to see in all of its glory. How much food can you get at Chili's for $20?
Pretty good amount. You can definitely get a triple dipper in a meal.
Wonderful. One of you is going to be eating really, really well.
Eating
Grubes,
good in the neighborhood.
if you won, Grubes, would you go to Chili's tonight to celebrate, or you got to go to work?
Yeah, I'd be having to go to work. We're running out of time.
What do I do with my pen? I got it back here. All right, let me slip these words to the fangirl while Eddie asks you all the questions on his mind.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah.
I don't have anything for you right now either.
Yeah.
We're struggling.
Struggling.
Very intrigued by how this goes, though.
Me too.
Yeah.
I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Are you a fan of British comedy, Grubes?
Yes.
He's got a question. There we go.
Yeah. Big fan of Hugh, Fry and Laurie, and Rowan Atkinson, and
Cool.
Monty Python. I feel like that's pretty obvious.
Did you ever watch the Benny Hinn show? Or the Benny Hill show?
You know what? I never really got into that.
No.
I don't know why. I
that out.
recognize its greatness, but just never got into it.
It's a little bit. It's too wacky for me, but
Yeah.
Okay, who wants to go first?
Gordon Keith. No.
No.
You're already guessing.
So I'll say.
So, are we naming personalities? Or are we naming bits? Or
This could be anything related to the world of the ticket.
interesting.
So we guess a letter, right?
You need me to hold a camera or something? Yeah. I could hold something.
Ooh, George Dunham.
Is it George Dunham? How about?
Is that close?
Let's see. 6 and 6.
You want to start guessing letters, Jer? Is that what you want us to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I'll go with a G.
Eddie's going first.
Is there a G?
No G.
So draw a
Robin Williams
head on there.
Yep.
I guess I could write the letters. You know what G is.
You're really smart at this game.
Oh yeah.
I'll go with an M.
Ooh, good one. How many M's are on that board, fangirl?
1 M.
Wow.
Oh, it's in a. Oh, it's So is it Craig Miller? No.
No.
So I'll go with the S.
Now, how about you get your letter and then you can guess after if you get a letter to pop up.
Okay, then you can guess the
So
word.
in a future round, you would be
Okay.
disqualified for what you just did. Don't do it again.
Okay.
Let's go with the C.
No C.
Oh.
Damn.
One arm or two?
One arm. Let's be fair.
No, count one line.
That's the arm he reached up to throw the belt over the door.
T. Is there a T?
No T.
Man,
Damn.
you guys are terrible at this.
I'm trying to think.
Poor guy.
There's only like 21 other options.
Yeah.
Before the man tongue, though.
Literally anything related to the
Oh,
ticket.
that's right. You guys are under pressure because of the guy's gonna hang.
Yeah. An A?
Wow, you guys are really good at guessing things that are not on here. There's a lot of letters there to be gotten,
Man.
and y'all are having none of it.
I'll go with an O.
Okay.
Ooh.
Hey now. Eddie's finally got the lights on. Would you like to solve the puzzle?
Uh,
I'll give you a hint. You were very close with your last guess.
that Montayor guy, whatever that guy's name is.
Oh my god.
That definitely wouldn't fit.
No.
Man.
All the P1s at home are screaming at
I'm
their
sure they are.
TV right now. They know exactly what this is.
D?
Oh my gosh.
Son of a bitch.
For D's nuts.
Yeah, draw D's nuts on him. Oh, never mind. Okay.
So are we gonna keep on going, or is it?
Yes,
over?
come on.
Okay.
You gotta start spitting them out.
I.
There we go. Now we're rolling.
Two eyes.
We're rolling along. Eddie.
Oh, a Junior Miller.
Wow.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Wow. Eddie nailed it.
So do I get the Chili's gift card?
Think you
Nope. Let's go. One more round here, fangirl. What do you got for us? We don't have to do Robin Williams at the top. His soul presides over this whole room. So, what do you think about 9/11, Grubes? Did U.S. government have anything to do with it?
I'd hope not.
Did we at least passively sit and let this happen? Like we knew it was coming, like Pearl Harbor?
Man. I don't even know where to begin. But
Is your dad one of the Masons? Is he in?
I
Ooh,
can't talk about it.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
What do you know about the Masons?
I know nothing.
Good.
So
Oh, we're all set up, guys. Start throwing them out there.
as the winner, I'll go first. A.
A, what? Oh,
Whoops.
just your letter.
No A.
Keep in mind, this is ticket related. It could be a bid, it could be a name, it could be a nickname like Junior Miller. Something that when you hear it, you know it's from the chicken. We have nothing.
Go with a
sympathy.
C.
Wow, she's good. She knows these without even looking at them. Nailed it.
S.
You can't guess another letter.
Oh, I can't?
No, you have to guess. You have to solve the puzzle.
Oh. Lord, I have no idea.
Eddie.
S.
Well played.
Scrooge McDuck. No. The S. Yeah.
I expect Rubes to get this one.
I feel like I should, but I'm totally blanking on what it could be.
Could be any letter
I
you
know.
dream of.
I.
Ooh, saved.
Ooh.
Saved yourself.
Pass. I'll let you throw out another letter.
O.
No O.
No.
We hit a stumbling block. You guys are really getting good at this. This is intense.
Really is. E.
This might do it. I think he's going to know it. Grubes, you want to solve it?
Scruffy Duffies.
Oh!
Nice.
Nailed it.
Yay.
Nailed it. Okay.
Got it wrong.
Fangirl, in the interest of time, we're making this best 2 out of 3. Just do the next one, the number 3 on the list. Guys, this is going to get harder than anything that you've ever done before. This is not... In round 3, we're not playing around. As I said on Twitter, this is not a game, okay? This is serious business. Not only were we serious that Grubes was coming here today, he's playing Robin Williams, 1310 The Ticket Hangman. Who else could have seen this coming? Did you know TC came in here?
Really?
Yep, we convinced TC to do this too.
Awesome.
4 words.
TC played
4.
Pictionary.
Okay. 2, 5, 2.
This one's going to take you guys some time.
I get the feeling it will. A.
Incredible. Got it with the first guess.
I'm not sure what though.
Oh yes, that second A is there, supposed to be there, right?
I don't know. I'll let you take a letter.
Oh?
God.
Guys, this is for a $20 Chili's gift card. Need I remind you?
D.
No.
The hell.
T? I'm a big fan of Wheel of Fortune, so I'm good at this game.
3 T's.
Wow.
Wow. I'm gonna have to pass.
Wow! It's sitting right there for the taking, and
It
Eddie
really
passes.
is.
Grubes, if you get this letter right, you will probably solve the puzzle. Oh my god, I can't imagine how much pressure you feel right now. What's worse, the pressure at a Stars game to do a good job, or this?
Stars game.
Okay, I could see that.
S? Or wait.
Oh!
S.
He doesn't want to... He said no. He said wait. He wants to guess another letter.
No, I'm gonna stick with S.
No, he said he wanted to guess another letter.
Oh.
He doesn't want S.
Balls, man. K? I'm so lost.
F.
Uh-oh. This might be the final nail in the coffin.
Oh, damn it.
Oh.
You have something to say, Eddie?
I'm about to fap. No, it's not fap. Fart. Yeah.
We're gonna need
Man.
that. We're gonna need that in full context. What'd you say, Eddie?
You cannot make a drop out of this. I'm about to fart. Yep.
Incredible.
Dang.
This is so anticlimactic.
It really is. But well played.
So
God damn it, Eddie.
I wish I could accept this, but for Grubes being such a great sport, I'm
Whoa.
gonna let Hen have this.
Oh
gift
my
card.
god!
I will gladly accept.
Wow.
Dinner's on me tonight, Grubes.
Wow.
Score.
Eddie, you're
Yeah.
a really good guy.
You're a mighty man.
Thank you. Oh.
Incredible. Well, I think that concludes our time. Eddie, do you have anything else about British comedy that you're dying to know from Grubes?
I got all that out.
Nothing?
Nope. I'm fully satisfied.
Wow. I mean, it's just incredible that you were here. I hope
Oh,
you had a
yeah.
good time.
I did.
Cool.
With this circus that we run in here.
I like it.
It's incredible. You've starred. You've now done everything.
I
starred-
literally have, now
you've
that I've
now-
done this show.
You've starred on an internet podcast, Twitter, Scruffy Duffies. How many times have you been to Scruffy Duffies?
Numerous.
Too many times to count.
Yeah.
Stars games, Fox Sports Southwest. Who's the director over there running things behind the scenes?
Jeffrey Neal.
He's
He's a good man.
There's a dude, African American gentleman, bald head. I think it was LC.
Oh, sorry, Fox. Yeah, Elsie.
He's still there.
He's a good man, yes.
Tell him his old intern is here.
I believe he will still be there when I get
in
there.
Deep El Monero. I was his intern.
Okay.
It was very anticlimactic. Actually, working there made me realize I don't want to work behind the scenes. I don't have it. I'd rather be making people yell out I'm about to fart
It's pretty awesome.
as much as possible. Thank you so much for coming
Absolutely.
here.
Thank you,
Thank you
Shoopy.
anybody
Thank you, guys.
who watched this. You're the man. Shoopy Grubes. I love you.
I love you all.
Peace out.